Mary's Memoirs. Tom and May Coombs in the year 21 celebrate the birth of a sweet little one. October 28th of that momentous year occasioned the birth of their first daughter dear. Precious infant Mary was born that day to this couple native of Spaniards Bay. However, Tom had relocated his new bride across the island to Corner Brook's west side. According to Coombs' family love, Tom and May operated a general store. This husband and wife worked long, hard, and well. In their store, a variety of goods they did sell. And as they prospered additional joys, their family grew, 2 girls, 4 boys. Jack, Mary, Reg, Gerald, Joan, Tom. Times were busy for this dad and mom, but this young couple sure did enjoy life. May had a reputation as a hospitable wife. Her parlor door open for all to see. All were welcome for cake and tea. And on the Humber, Tom loved to fish, to catch the biggest salmon, his fondest wish. It was in this warm environment Mary Coombs thrived, this firstborn daughter, her parents' pride. She began her schooling at St. Henry's, of course. She was brought there on a sled by Danny, her horse. But following grade 5, May and Tom decided to send Mary to St. Michael's, a better education provided. So off Mary went to St. George's to school. For the next 6 years, the Mercy sisters did rule. Mary dressed to the nines in the height of fashion, frequent trips to New York to pursue this passion. Fancy dresses and sweaters, her closets were filled, to the delight of Joan, who borrowed at will. Upon the completion of her high school years, this thoroughly modern young woman sought a career. She packed up her trunks and courageously went to attend university at Mount St. Vincent. In this academic milieu, Mary Coombs succeeded. Her gifts and her talents were universally heeded. A public speaker, a debater, awards were amassed. Mary elected president of her senior class. With a science degree in hand, the world by the tail, adventurous Mary to Philadelphia did hail. To Stephenville she returned for a job at the base. She was known for her skill, her beauty, her grace. Mary was known as the belle of the ball. Many young men at her feet they did fall. With Bill, Wallace, and Tom she had a fine fling, but to their dismay, from Don came a ring. However conniving Tom, May's help did entreat. It wasn't long before Mary fell hard at Tom's feet. Tom proposed, of course smitten. Mary agreed. Before the ring could be chosen, duty took Tom overseas. To the rescue Tom's dad to New York he did bring Mary Tom's love for her choice of a ring. October 29th, 1946 was the time. Wedding bells at St. Henry's did joyously chime. For handsome young Tom and his beautiful bride embarked on life's journey at each other's side. Shortly thereafter, baby Marilyn arrived, placed in a drawer by her mother's side. Joanne followed closely, all eyes and all feet, and lastly came Peg, the Dunphy family complete. Barbecues, lobster boils, and trips to the beach, brownies, birthday parties, and values to teach. Friends were welcome, come one, come all, to the Dunphy home with its elastic walls. School, work, and music, concert, church, too. The Dunphy family did what good families do. But change is a part of the journey through life, and it was no different for this husband and wife. On Elswick, a new home on land that they bought was only one of the changes passing time brought. A fine role model for her daughter was she. Consequently, the Dunphy trio grew up to be an accountant who loved in public to speak, a nurse who ministered to the sick and the weak, and the middle child who chose young children to teach. These Dunphy girls, what heights they did reach. And as always happens in the blink of an eye, childhood passed the Dunphy girls by. They fell in love, married, and from home they went. It wasn't long before Mr. Stork Baby sent. Grandchildren appeared, 5 girls, 3 boys. Tom and Mary loved these precious bundles of joy. First came Mary Lynn, closely followed by Kim, Stephen, Michael, Cathy, to Joanne and Jim. Colleen, Thomas, and Aaron, of course not to forget. These grandchildren, Skipper Tom and Nana's pets. The house was so silent, no longer a mess. This empty nest syndrome for some can cause stress, but Mary and Tom, their spirit of adventure intact, it wasn't long before their suitcases they packed. Africa, Barbados were places they went. From Europe, Mexico, Florida, postcards were sent. Always as one journeys through life, there are times of loss and times of strife. Mary decided that change would be best, so she left Corner Brook to live in the West. And although the family was spread far from home, they kept closely in touch by means of the phone. Then came the summer of 2001. Mary and girls united for laughter and fun. This much-awaited reunion of West and of East. In each other's company, the Dunphys did feast. They laughed and they cried, reminisced and talked, and they were faced the challenge of getting Mary to walk. Strawberries and shrimp enjoying mile high, hot air ballooning so high in the sky. This wonderful summer sped by oh too fast, but the reunion memories forever will last. Mom, we each give tribute in our own loving way, all joined heart by heart to celebrate this day. Hope that this poem brings a smile, not a tear. Always know that for you, we will always be here. This was written for her 80th birthday.